What is bias? According to the Merriam-Webster dictionary, bias is a tendency to believe that some people, ideas, etc. are better than others, which usually results in treating some people unfairly. We often assume things before we get to know the truth, or even fully grasp the situation, hindering our ability to communicate with people. There are many types of bias. A few of them are similarity bias, gender bias, and the halo effect. Have you ever given special treatment to someone who looked like you, as opposed to someone who may be of a different race or gender? Well, this may be a result of similarity bias. Similarity bias is when one favors another who is similar to oneself. This bias affects the way we interact with people who may not appear like us. One study found that 79% of male employees have men for managers, while 51% of female employees have female managers. A staggering number of men report to other men as opposed to having a female boss. This is a strong example of similarity bias and gender bias working together to affect how people interact. Speaking of gender bias is fairly straightforward. It's when one prefers or favors a certain gender over another. Whether overtly hostile, such as women are irrational, or seemingly benign, women are nurturing. Harmful stereotypes perpetuate inequalities. According to the Census Bureau, data from 2018, on average, women earns 82 cents for every $1 men were paid. That may sound insignificant, but in reality, it means women are being paid over $4,000 less than men each year. Gender-based pay discrimination was made illegal in 1963. Yet, the wage gap is very real and persists to this day. Finally, let's discuss the halo effect, also known as beauty bias. The halo effect is when one treats those they deem more attractive with disproportionate favoritism. However, the halo effect can do the opposite as well. Those who are considered attractive are often seen as having it easy, or getting everything handed to them. While some things may be easier, possessing perceived beauty can make life difficult as well. People often tend to view attractive individuals as being unintelligent. This can lead to them being underestimated or the skills being undermined, potentially making it difficult for them to get a job. You may think that you can treat everyone equally, but consider this. If you saw a pretty young blonde woman working in a mechanic's garage, what would your immediate reaction be? Though this often goes unnoticed, men can experience the effect of bias due to women being sexist. In a business with almost exclusively female employees, a female boss can place only women in managerial positions, even if a male employee may be more qualified for the job. Or how about this? You're a woman walking home alone at night. A man is following you quietly with his jacket hood pulled up. You may cross the street, quickening your pace. What if he's dangerous? You're too worried to notice that it's cold out and he has his headphones on, just taking a late night stroll and listening to some music. Bias is far more complex than it appears on the surface. The simple answer is to treat every person and situation equally. And for the most part, that's a good solution. But think about the last example. For many people, being alone at night, it's dangerous. In situations like that, bias fear can be justified. Generally speaking, bias is a huge problem everyone faces. However, it's an instinct and we sometimes feel it for a reason. Similarity bias, gender bias, and the halo effect are all unconscious biases. As long as you're conscious of your thoughts and actions towards others, you'll be more aware of how you affect those around you, and you'll be able to better manage your own internal perspective.